a torturous anime.
It is. It's beautiful.
There's a new season of SAO.
Oh. Yeah, actually, I think I saw that, as a matter of fact. I haven't started SAO yet, so I've got a lot of work to do there, but it is on the list.
I just watched Blue Exorcist.
That is also on the list.
Yep.
I just binged over the weekend season 2 of Food Wars. I freaking love that anime so much.
I was looking at it, and I'm like, oh, what?
Oh, it is so good.
Well, on Netflix, Blue Exorcist, you have season 1, which is like really long. And then season 2 is much shorter. And then they kind of like take part of season 1 kind of and restart there and change things up. So it was interesting. It took me a moment.
Considering getting a subscription on Crunchyroll because Netflix is too slow.
Because Netflix decides to take the time.
I'd love more Violet Evergarden. They'd have only like one season break and like a special and stuff. And I'm like, no, I need more.
Yeah, I mean, they just released, like I said, season 2 of Food Wars. And in Japan, there's already 5 seasons.
Oh, wow.
What was that one we were watching, Jim, where the guy went to prison and they had to play those death games?
Oh God, yeah, where the kid was the only survivor of his class, and he obviously was the killer.
Yes,
but he really wasn't.
I can't remember the name of it. I'd like to see more of what happened on that one.
Oh God, like Death Carnival or something like that.
Something weird. Although I'm sorry, my favorite is like One Punch Man. I need one more One Punch Man.
I've only watched a little bit of One Punch Man, and I'm like, oh boy, this is a little ridiculous.
But it's just, I just love his character so much.
Another one that was pretty damn brutal was The Promised Neverland.
Oh, that was one of the ones, honey, I said you should not watch.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to watch that one.
One is rough.
But I like Violet Evergarden because it's more of a social kind of thing. But then she's also this mega badass.
Another one that was really fun is Haikyuu. It's basically about high school volleyball, and I didn't think it would be a good anime, but it was actually a lot of fun.
Jim and I are enjoying. I'm very much enjoying the new one that's on Toonami, Assassination Classroom.
Yes, I know.
I am so loving
that one's hilarious.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
Oh man, that was on Hulu, I think, too.
Really, yeah. I don't know, but it started on the Cartoon Network Tsunami, and I'm like, I'm just loving it to death.
It's her new guilty pleasure anime style.
I do. I love that show. I want so much more of it. I have so many questions. And I'm plotting my own assassinations. Like, oh, they should try it this way.
It's a good show. I liked it.
And it's got a good solid premise, you know, and you just can't help but like the guy.
I know.
Yeah. The things you learn about him and stuff as you grow with the classroom is so phenomenal.
I know. I have so many questions.
If I wanted to be a really meaner, I could tell you all the answers.
No, don't tell me. But I hate that principal. Oh my God.
Why?
He's a dick.
It's funny how I can find myself watching the animes and get so emotionally attached to some characters and so like, I hate that son of a bitch. He's to die. It's like, he's not even a real person.
Are you kidding?
He's just a drawing on a piece of film.
When I
he's
was
written
watching
that
Blue
well.
Exorcist, when I was watching Blue Exorcist, it was like I had to text my sister right away. Hey, guess what? The main character's birthday is the same as my nephew's. And I'm like, I got all excited.
That's my anime girl.
Well, when I was in college, we're not going to discuss how long ago that was. My best friend, before she moved to Kyoto, was the president of the Tucson Animation Screening Society. So she spoke Japanese, and she would dub videos, and she would show the undubbed ones as well. So I got to introduce to it from a fanatic. She loved anime so much. And it's just kind of stuck with me. I mean, some of it I'm not a big fan of. I'm very particular about which ones I like. But of course, there's so many options out there.
Well, see, that's the beautiful thing. It's taken 20 years, maybe 30 years, but we have anime all over the place now.
Yep.
We
Yep.
used to be starved for that crap.
Yep.
There was always Saturday morning cartoons.
Right.
There's always been American anime.
Yeah. Well, hey, come on. We did get Robotech.
Damn
Yep.
straight we did.
That was the first real introduction to, like, what is this? And of course, I was a huge Voltron fan. No, Vehicle Team doesn't exist.
Oh, of course it does. Vehicle Team was the best.
War
No,
of the
it was
Worlds.
not.
Absolutely, it was.
God.
War of the Worlds. That was a good one.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hey, before you had before we had Robotech and Voltron, we had Grandizer, Mazinger Z, and Dan Cougar.
I don't remember those. But I remember, like, in college, Totoro and Rama 1.5, and the Dirty Pair, and of course Akira, the movie.
Yeah.
And
Oh!
that was just like, what the when I saw that the first time, I'm like, what the hell?
Another one I watched recently that totally, I thoroughly loved it, but it also totally sucked, was Akame ga Kill. Ugh, that one was absolutely brutal in every way. And the name was misleading too, damn it.
Because you're wanting hardcore, and here you get pulls the heart instead.
No, it was hardcore, but first of all, Akame isn't even the main character of the story, and her name is in the title. And if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to ruin it for you unless you have no plans to watch it and you want to hear it. All right, nobody's
No
saying
idea.
that they want to hear it, so we'll
It's
just
like,
go ahead
I don't
and
know.
just know that it was absolutely brutal.
Well, there's one that I won't watch, just because my sister watched it with my nephew, and they got really into it. It was what was it? Something the Full Metal, like, Orphan.
Yeah, Gundam Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Iron-Blooded Orphan.
Oh.
And after she told me,
Gundam.
because, like, she was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh boy, my sister is this upset over what happens to certain characters. I'm not gonna watch it just because I know it's just gonna kill me.
Yeah, there's some of those that make me think afterwards that I should probably see a psychiatrist and get some drugs, because they just impact me a little bit too hard.
Oh, are you kidding? Well-written things, or things that do that. I can remember the first time when I was reading the Dragons of Autumn Twilight series, and when Sturm Brightblade died, I lost it. I was like, it was so beautiful yet so sad, and it was like crying. Yeah.
When he sits down at that tree, you just start weeping on the pages.
Right. You get to a point, character does something stupid, and you throw the book against the wall, and like, that's it, I'm done reading this. And then 5 minutes later, you go pick it up and you start reading it again.
Hey, there are 2 books that I did that with, where I literally threw the book across the wall. But I'm one of those people that if I start a book, I want to finish it, you know.
Completionism is an important thing.
Absolutely.
But because something just horrible happens. Matter of fact, it was a series that I think Golda gave me. So, but as a matter of fact, so I read the first book, and I swear it's what the Day After Tomorrow was based on. And so she started reading the second book, and she told me something that happened. I'm like, nope, that's it. I can't do this. I can't read this. And I refused to go any further.
Yeah, so all you need is kill.
All you need is kill.
All you need is kill. That's the book that the Tom Cruise movie you just said is based on.
Tom Cruise, no.
This is the 1970s, late 70s, I think.
No, it was Dennis Quaid.
Oh, that's right. It was like 2002. I mean, 82 or 83. It's the post-apocalyptic.
No.
The day we pushed the nukes.
No. Or
are you talking about the cold weather one?
The cold weather one. Whatever the hell that one's called.
Okay, The Day After Tomorrow.
That's the one.
I was thinking the post-apocalyptic one from the 80s.
Oh no, that had Jason Robards in it. Carrie my sister freaked the fuck out after watching that movie and had nightmares for
as one
to this day. To this day she still has nightmares over that. Yeah, no, that was a brutal one for her.
Nuclear apocalypse. Nobody likes it. Nobody wants it.
Yeah, no, she was. Yeah. Okay.
So, in a galaxy, we don't have to worry about nuclear apocalypse, but we do have to worry about evil empires. Everybody ready for Star Wars?
Starkiller Base.
Well, that's totally different.
Death Stars, Starkiller Bases.
Nobody has died of Death Star fallout yet. Just gonna say. Not a single Ewok was killed in fallout from the Death Star.
Well, I mean, it hasn't even been made yet, right? We're playing pre.
Yep.
Yeah, so it hasn't even been made. No, now we got to worry about what was that one Sith world that made all the ships?
Oh, the Starforge?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the only thing we got to worry about.
That's all.
So, Jim, I'm spending 15 points on improved parry.
It's almost like someone is wanting to fall in with someone with a lightsaber or a vibro sword. I sense that someone wants this.
Or at least getting ready for it.
So you guys are taking a quick breather inside the Separatist Rebels hangout, which is basically this indoor mall that they've set up cots and little soup kitchen, and they're feeding all these Separatists. You guys have gotten really comfortable, catching your breath, realizing, holy shit, this was easy to infiltrate. It's almost like we look like Separatists. Just saying.
Don't forget to clear the Destiny pool.
Yep, we have not rolled that yet. But I like how you're asking for me before you click all the clickety-clackety-clickities.
And since we're taking a breather, we can roll some cool to get some strain back.
Yep, you can definitely get some strain back, and you should all see I forced an update, so it should be 0 zeros.
There we go.
And if you guys are willing to catch some Z's in the cots, I'll let you get full strain. How about that? I mean, it is the middle. It's almost the morning. I mean, you may.
Hold on. Just real quick. Are we sure that our Jedi is a Jedi?
Right?
I was trying to stay quiet and not say anything.
I mean, the gank rolled a light side. I mean, come on.
Oh, I still haven't rolled.
Jedi from a certain point of view.
Right?
Okay, something. I may have hit it twice because it's not doing anything.
It came up.
Hey, it's the same roll both times. Funny, I always seem to roll dark.
I'll be a kind and benevolent GM.
I'm not a Jedi.
So we can do cool or discipline, right?
You can do cool or discipline, yep, to regain some strain.
All right, 3 strain. I will take it.
So what David's doing is he's making sure he's back to full strain if possible by doing a cool or discipline roll. Apparently our Jedi is totally in a hurry to go do something, guys.
We use the one on the combat tab so it doesn't roll.
No, use the one that's
not
in
if
the
you're doing
skill
discipline.
section.
Yeah. You didn't have anything on the back end, though.
There's no difficulty dice up right now.
Okay.
Well, I'm all relaxed. I don't know about anybody else.
It was just like, I don't trust this.
Cool
Any second, they're going to see us and take us out.
Yeah, I'm not relaxed.
And Janog's like, just let me get to that door. If I can touch the lock, I can own this place.
Right?
Well, he got to the lock. He just didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't.
He just saw that it's a lock, and somebody shot the lock out of the lock, and he couldn't see anymore without looking suspicious.
Right.
So, about how long of a breather are you guys taking? Is this some nice folks come by and hand you bowls, trays of food, and hey, do you need a pillow? Do you need a blanket? They're super friendly. It's sad how friendly they are.
Are these other whatever we were dressed up as, or are they the slave people?
The separatists. These are pretty much, most of these guys you're realizing in here are probably locals, and they're actually trying to do good because hey, it was the Republic that brought off-worlders to be in charge of their world. So that's really what their whole thing is. They just want to govern themselves instead of big government.
But are these other people, all the bad guy looking dudes, are they actually from here or from somewhere else?
Most of the big bads that you've seen are off-worlders.
Yeah. So it's just a different off-worlder.
Yep. It's almost like a bad off-worlder showing up and starting shit with the local populace against the established government because, well, they're jerks.
Right.
So if our talker were to maybe, I don't know, try and get a feel if they would be willing to revolt against the revolters?
Yep. We can put in a good word to try to get their town left alone altogether.
What would that be? My coercion is not that high.
Oh.
My charm.
Yeah, you'd be trying to charm the hell out of a room of people that are armed.
I got 2 ranks in charm, and I got 2 yellows and a green for charm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they were robots, I could just slice them and reprogram them.
Yeah, well.
Wait, you can't do that to people's brains yet? Come on now. What kind of slice are you?
As he looks at one guy who's got that cyber brain implant on, and he's like, hey, give me 5 minutes with that guy. So, you guys, are you taking more than like 15 minutes, or are you just like casually, we're fake eating and...
Well, we got healed and stuff, so we've probably been there at least a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can mosey out and try and kill everybody.
Wow.
So I'm thinking killing everybody is a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
We are just way too outnumbered. So
Since you can't lock people in this room.
Well,
I
you
very
could
much like the
try.
idea. I very much like the idea of Uma trying to get the residents on our side. That would improve our odds. Otherwise, I had a couple of different ideas.
I mean, I could
could-
probably start a rumor mill.
We can have so idea number one would be have Janong fix the shield generator and then reprogram the turrets. So after we've shown them when we fix their shield generator, hey, look, we're really good. You should be able to just casually go over and be like, I'm going to check out this here turret and deactivate it. Then we use a diversion to sneak the people out of the M house. I could cut a hole in the back and hopefully sneak them out that way. Idea number two would be casually go over toward the boss because he's not expecting anything. Pull my lightsaber on him, hold it to his throat, and get everyone else to surrender.
Again, we go back to, are we sure the Jedi is a Jedi?
Wait, hey, she said surrender, not kill.
Mhm.
Right.
Aggressive negotiation.
Exactly. Idea number three is we start going back up towards town, or actually we go all the way up to town. We get the captain. We come back down with the captain. Out me as a Jedi, spy, infiltrator, and I like this idea the least, mind you. Out me as a Jedi spy infiltrator, and the rest of you play off that you're going to need a truck. You've already contacted what's her name over at the other town, the Sith bitch, and she said that you guys are to bring me and the captain to her. We can then load up in a truck and get the captain out of here that way.
What about the people from the
Exactly. That the problem with that one is it leaves the people in the house and the people up at the base behind.
well, we also have to disable that
That their turret.
I think we can kill them all.
Our number one priority is turret.
Let me do the generator. I can then move over. Well, let me try. I mean, I might fail.
Yeah.
Let me work on the generator, and then or just go straight to the. No, yeah, do the generator first, then have me meander over to the turret, and then if shit starts, then just be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean our priority is ultimately the turret.
Mhm.
I mean the people are they're nice
Gravy?
if we could do something, but I mean they're not critical to everything else happening on the island here.
There ain't shit critical to me, so except for getting the computers.
I mean, I personally like the idea of trying to get the civvies on our side because that gives us strength in numbers.
Or we start a riot in here.
Well, it gives us cannon fodder.
Right.
Someone else for them to shoot at.
And as you guys are keeping like low profile, trying to blend in and kind of discussing your little tactics, all of a sudden Uma turns around and two little camera drones pop their lights on. So all of a sudden Uma is lit up, and there's a young human guy. He's got scraggy hair, looks like he hasn't been washed in days. He's got this dirty HoloNet network vest on, and he immediately looks at you and says, You are the heart and soul of the Separatist revolution. Tell me why you've decided to join this band of revolutionaries. And he kind of points off to the people. And of course, the two camera probes are looking at you as you're hearing people like cheer and pat their chest and, giving the hoot and holler. And as he basically sees a cute little Twi'lek and, hey, here's a poster child for the Separatist army.
Oh, God.
And the two little camera drones start kind of closing in on you, paparazzi style.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring up my.
How many people are in here?
Do we have? We don't have a performing role, do we?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna. I don't see performance.
Charm.
Charm, I guess. or deception. Well, they're both the same for me. Um,
Unless you're going to
Uh,
dance.
no.
Athletics.
In that case, there's totally the coordination for sexy dance.
I could probably just like, no outside force has the right to tell me how to live my life.
So what are you gonna do? Is you're just schmoozing up to the camera? Are you gonna kick it up a notch? Are you gonna go with like deception to look like a hard broiled separatist? Doing think the inspiration of Starship Troopers when they have the camera shoved in their face.
Yeah, that's why I was saying no outside force has the right to tell me how to live my life.
And you're getting all these cheers and hoot and hollerings from the crowd, and they're just like,
And
you.
technically, it's true. I believe this, but not what they're thinking.
And immediately he pats you on the shoulder and he like shakes your hand and he makes a gesture and you see the two probe cameras turn back at him and says, "You heard it here. Ord Mantell's uprising is 100% successful because the people," and he kind of gestures back to you and the crowd with you, which is, by the way, the rest of you guys, "are here to free Ord Mantell from Republic oppression."
Now, you notice I didn't say republic.
And he kind of
but that's fine.
walks over and he like talks to a couple random people in the crowd, and you're just like, really? Who does interviews at 2:30 in the morning when everyone is that tired and just wants cot time?
Yeah, and I'm gonna, because I was thinking, because we can always start the rumor. It's like, I hear this whole General Norse. He's actually working for the Sith. All of this is just a cover.
That's totally
But hey,
something you could
if
do.
it gets us if it gets the Republic off our back, that's fine. But I'm not sure I want to know what's gonna follow.
So are you going to start some rumor mills?
I am. I'm gonna because this way, it's like might explain that Wookiee.
Oh, the Wookiee that hurt his own people. So so if
I'm telling you, that's something that's pretty. They're pretty Sithy with it, man. I'm just saying.
I would avoid mentioning the Sith. Number one, there may be Sith sympathizers around. Number two, people who aren't Sith sympathizers are usually cowed into fear by the Sith, so they will be less likely to act out against the Sith in any way.
Okay.
As the Jedi should we don't talk about those guys.
Then I'll just basically imply that apparently, rumor has it that this is all just to cover something else, and they're using us as a tool or a patsy.
As you start embracing
I don't like
conspiracy
that.
theorists. So
I'm
go ahead and
hanging
give
by
me...
the door watching.
Rumor has it the last 3 worlds that they were on, they kicked out the Republic, and then they enslaved the people and made them do mining.
You don't want to become hut fodder, do you?
Yeah, I don't know.
So go ahead and give me a deception roll as Uma starting the scuttlebutt.
Okay.
Who do you want that from?
From Uma. Is someone
Go
else
ahead.
going to try it as well?
No.
There's a big
I just
enough
want to
crowd
get to the
here.
generators.
There's definitely a big enough crowd that multiple people could do this.
Yeah, no. That's not my forte.
A perception roll?
Deception.
I'll give it a try.
Oh, deception roll. My bad. I'm sorry. I misheard that. Yeah, no, absolutely not interested.
Basically going up and lying to people.
Not lying. If you notice, there's quite a bit of truth
this.
in this.
Simple misdirection.
Yeah, exactly. Just put a little doubt in, So, do you have the difficulty set?
I do have it set.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Hey, GM.
Yeah?
I would just like to point out that dark side pool should really only have 2 dark side points in it.
In other words, the extra Uma roll.
I thought I clicked that out.
What extra Uma roll?
You rolled twice.
When you clicked 14 times?
But see, our Jedi rolled a dark side and Uma rolled 2 dark sides.
Oh yeah, I rolled 2 dark side for accident. It clicked it twice because the.
Right.
Contributing to his
She
hole.
What'd
I
you
thought
say?
you meant for my deception.
Yeah.
She should only have like, 1 counted.
Uh-huh. I took out her extra one. So there's the one that our Jedi rolled and the one that our smuggler rolled.
Oh, okay. It just updated on my screen when I highlighted it because it was showing.
Ah. I was going to say, what, are we trying to make the Jedi forget the dark side?
Right?
Just like the Jedi to erase the Sith from their journals.
Straight. That world doesn't exist. It's not in the star map.
I don't care that a bunch of Jedi showed up there and created the Sith religion. Shush, we don't talk about that part of our history.
Right?
It's not called Sith Tory, is it? So you guys basically are working the room. I mean, if Jannog would like, he sees a couple technicians kind of talking about the generator, so he could easily go over there and say, "Hey guys, I got this." As Jannog is flipping a light side.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wait, is he over there at the generator now?
No.
Jannog, I did not upgrade your roll
Oh.
there, so you got
Sorry.
you got to let me
Sorry.
know what you're doing before you
Yeah,
clickety
slow down.
Well,
He's
you
all
started talking,
excited.
and I was like, "You got it. He's got it."
Go
Sorry,
for it.
sorry.
You can do your deception. I got it in there now because your
Gotta let him do things.
your light side point wasn't
See?
counting before.
Ooh.
Okay,
He
so
succeeded.
what rumors is Jannog starting?
That the separatists are creating lies and falsifying documentation.
They're falsifying those mechanic logs. That's why everything's
Yeah.
broken.
That's why everything's all screwed up. That's why the generator's not working. How did the Jedi get outdoors?
Oh, I thought we were moving over to the generator. I was like, I was going to go over there too.
Sneaky Jedi.
Oh, I mean, we can.
Yeah, still,
No, we're all good right here. Yeah, we're
still
good.
fermenting rumors.
Okay, so Jannog, by the way, the mechanic guys will totally let you take their spot doing the generator. Though they're kind of like, as you walk away, they kind of mumble like, "Bet you that lizard is gonna steal the parts that they want." You know, once that lizard seemed to be very anti-alien species, and you're a very unique-looking lizard guy.
Oh,
You know that
man.
that lizard, we might have to check up after him if he doesn't come back after a while. As you kind of
Yeah.
just barely hear that as you're walking out the door, and I'm assuming your Jedi helper is going to come help you.
Absolutely.
So we've successfully split the party.
Yay!
Apparently.
Go team.
Mainly because the
Hey, a
Jedi's
2
like,
frontal assault is better than a 1 front death.
so you guys come on out there, and the separatist troopers kind of give you the nod, and the 2 civilians that are kind of like poking at it like, "You need to change the breaker," and the other guy's like, "You shut up
Did you
about the
jiggle it?
breaker. Did you put some spit on it before you put the breaker back inside?" And it, of course, just makes Janogg's hair stand on end. By these guys touching machinery, they're gonna break it more.
Well, the first guy's all, you need to change the breaker. It's all, I know it's broken.
So, you know, you start to do your thing where you pop up the hood and you're just like, "Okay, guys, out of the way." And they'll gladly
Are
like,
they staying there or are they walking away? Are they going somewhere?
they're kind of watching. They don't seem to be like, because they were yelled at and smacked around to go fix this.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna
you
say I
know,
don't see them walking away.
and they're just
I'd like
like doing that cantankerous, you know, when someone's changing a tire and all the old timers want to help and give you advice.
I'm wanting to very stealthily check out this house and see if I can see any movement inside or anything.
Okay, so you're gonna do a stealth.
Oh, I
Yep.
thought the door was on this side.
That's the generator.
Where's the house thing?
The house is up here at the M. The House of
Oh.
M.
The House of
House
M.
of M.
Oh no, we're going there.
God.
That explains these separatist guys not liking the lizard guy.
Reality warping.
It's probably because they heard about those Trandoshan snipers and they're just like, it's kind of small for a Trandoshan, isn't he?
He's one of the sickly ones.
Okay, so I have your difficulty set for a stealth if you'd like to roll it.
Wow.
So as we can see, our Jedi is wanting to kind of do good with the stealth.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna give a blue die to whoever has to roll next on our team.
So
Okay.
that's pretty much going to be you or your lizard compatriots, since the other two are out of sight and out of mind.
Yeah, let's go ahead and let's give it to my compatriot over there. And for that other one, I'm going to give a black to the next bad guy who rolls.
Oh, okay. As it ends up being one of the cantankerous old guys. Just kidding. They're not antagonists. They're neutral parties.
I was gonna say, they're not bad guys. They're just civilians.
We don't know yet.
You don't know what they did during the Mandalorian Wars. I'm just saying.
Do that. Half
So,
Jesus.
So immediately Janog's like looking at this generator, and they're kind of giving you a lot of techno-babble help, which
Nice.
basically is them saying,
You put the doohickey in the socket there, and then you hit that thingamajig over there, and if you kick it just there, it should start up.
and if you go back to my house and get my toolbox, I got a bottle of whiskey in there, the Corellian type. That'll make
That
the repair
always
go
helps.
so much faster. So I've got the difficulty for you to repair the generator and to maybe get some extra information, depending on if you have advantages.
Come
As
on,
you
baby.
kind of glance and you don't even know where your partner just took off to. She just like stealthed so helpfully after sliding your toolbox there. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll you a blue die because I forgot to add it myself. Because that's my bad. Okay, so you start to look at it and you have a whole shitload of successes. So literally, by the time you pull up your sleeves and open the hatch and look in, you're immediately realizing this has been sabotaged. There's no doubt whatsoever in your mind that somebody intentionally sabotaged this to turn off the generator. And for your
So maybe we have an ally in town.
For your 3 advantage, I will give you information, or you can opt to spend your advantage on something else. That's totally up to you.
I will choose the info. Just give me.
Because it's
go ahead.
You trust
Give me everything.
You trust me. So immediately as you look and you kind of like eyeball and your eyes glance over the obvious sabotage, which to your keen trained eye stands out like a big lemon. You kind of look at the old timers as they both pause as you're looking at that exact spot, and you look at them and you notice they give shifty looks to each other. You do not have a shadow of a doubt that these old timers are not just bumbling old mechanics. They were intentionally bumbling this repair. And you haven't given it away that you noticed exactly what's wrong with it, but you distinctly have the advantage on what's wrong with this. You could easily go in there, pull a couple wires, put a couple jumpers in there, and undo the sabotage. You could totally undo it.
So I would like to. Can I ask them again what the benefit of how to ask if
And these 2 guards seem to be doing a horrible job on duty, by the way. They don't seem to be watching you very intently, probably because you're wearing a uniform and you're here to tell these 2 old timers how to actually do the repair.
So all right, so what I would like to do is ask them, but not like I want to know why somebody would want it down without implying that I know that they are the ones that ruined it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what would be the benefit of it being down?
The gun can't fire?
Now the shield.
Well,
Yeah,
No.
it's just
still-
the shield. It's not the gun.
yeah, but having the shield up would make this place that much more defensible.
It would be a total bunker.
True.
With the shield down, people can get to the gun.
If I may meta, Janong.
Please do.
Yep, sure enough, this thing's pretty badly damaged. I might be able to pull a spare part from their cannon without damaging it.
Ooh.
Oh,
It is a team story, and that's a really good story.
right?
You're
As,
welcome.
as all of a sudden there's a glow because the cannon fires off and like everything glows kind of green for a second.
Oh, pretty.
Pretty dangerous.
As there's some explosion in the starry field up above you guys, going, "Damn, this star battle's going on forever."
So yeah, I
Or
would
you-
like to. I would
Or
like to
attempt
use
X,
that.
It fails.
Use
Okay.
a story point for it, Janong.
Wow. She's like, whatever you're lying about, I want to make sure you succeed. So, basically, are you going to use a deception to signal these guys that you're in on it?
Wink, wink, nudge,
I-
nudge.
Oh,
Say no more.
you know what? Yeah.
I think
why
that
not?
the minute he says, "Yup, it looks like this thing needs some spare parts," wink, wink.
Maybe I could get
No.
some from the.
They're gonna know that he knows and is trying to stall.
Okay, so
But,
just to let you know, I'm giving you a blue dice because basically the guards watching have a black dice because they're not paying attention, and a free upgrade since you know your techno babble talk.
So,
Okay.
Jim, before we jump into that, do I spot anything inside the house?
So just as he's about to do that, we have screen swipe as our Jedi is doing this stealthy Jedi sneak across the little housing areas over to the House of M, as we've called it.
And I don't want to steal your thunder. I'm hedging my bets on if you do happen to fail, which I'm hoping doesn't happen. I at least want to know if our people are inside that house or not first.
You want a head
Totally get it,
start.
Totally get it.
Right.
Okay, so as you are sneaking and you kind of notice, especially when that cannon fired off and there's that green glow, you can kind of see the color of the houses just for a faint second in the darkness because most of the lights are all off. It's almost like the generator's not working for the habitation area too.
Mhm.
And you kind of see the house that looks like the house you're looking for, but it seems that it's all dark inside, and it looks like there's no lights on inside, giving anything away as you creep up on the house. Because you found it like nobody's lickety split, nobody's problem.
Okay, so there are several houses around here. I'm kind of like in alleyways and stuff.
Yep, and these are those annoying houses that were parked like 4 feet apart. So it's
Aha.
literally
Right.
just a walk space between the housing units. It's got that
No, that's
definite
good because
prefab feel.
that makes it easier for me to
Parkour.
like well to actually get inside that house without causing a commotion. If it was just one house and I'm trying to open a door and walk inside,
Mhm.
someone might notice that.
Yeah,
Hey, how'd that door get open?
it's totally a sneak thief's payday. The way the houses are so close together, and there doesn't seem to be like any good lighting going on whatsoever. It's almost like the sabotage is doing something.
I'm going to try to enter said house. I'm going to check for traps first.
Okay.
Use a D&D there. I'm also going to very quietly announce myself. Where'd my character sheet go? Because I know the name of the guy that is looking for these people. It was the captain in Talaran that said to come and rescue his sister and daughters?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so as I'm trying to enter the house, when I get the door open, I will kind of whisper.
So
Your
give
brothers.
me a skullduggery as you're trying to jimmy the door, because it seems like they locked their door. It's almost like they're separatists running all over the place, and they don't want people stealing their stuff like their people and children.
Or other mayhem, yeah.
All right, are you ready for me?
I'm ready for you for a skullduggery.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so you kind
Damn
of
it.
like shaking Jimmy the door, and all of a sudden you're like, it's a really good locked door.
Hey, your lightsaber will break it.
I would,
That would also be.
Yeah, but I would feel really bad if somebody was listening on the other side, trying to hear or see who's like breaking in, and then the lightsaber goes
to
in
the
and
forehead. Blah.
yeah.
Right. So yeah, I will forego trying to unlock the door and let myself in, and I will. Jesus Christ, man, my cell phone is going. My freaking home phone is going. Leave me alone. I don't care about. And I'm sorry if you guys are Republican, but I can't stand fucking Martha McSally. I'm voting for Mark Kelly because she's a worthless piece of shit. Stop it.
Like I constantly get texts from voting. It's like
Yeah,
this
I'm
is
getting
Robo-Dialer 4.
Yep. Like, and half of the shit that they're putting out about Mark Kelly is all lies anyway. It's already been proven that most of the stuff the McSally campaign put out was lies. So
It's commercials.
this
You don't
is
have to
like
fact
the
check.
dirtiest election year ever.
it's disgusting.
I mean,
yeah. Okay.
all
So
sides are just bad.
I'll be
about
glad after January and we're done with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try to whisper at a window or somewhere where it looks easiest that if anyone is inside, they may hear me. I'm gonna whisper. Your brother sent us. We're here to rescue you.
Okay, so for that advantage, you get an additional potential target, which in this case is you notice that someone's like walking to the bathroom all of a sudden. And because you're super cautious and super sneaky, you tap on the window just to get the person's attention, and then you realize it's a slightly older young person. And immediately you start to say it because hey, you're a Jedi, you're not like scary looking, and they kind of like open the window, and you can see somebody's like on their tippy toes trying to make eye contact with you. Who is this?
As he ignites his lightsaber through the wall.
Your mom's brother, Captain Talloran, sent me and my friends to help get you out of here. Can you get your mom?
I can totally get her. But do you have a ship? Are we leaving this planet?
We're going to try, but first we need to get the town set up and then get you to safety.
Oh, okay. Hold on. And you hear the sink like pour some water, and they take a big drink of water, and you hear them go running off real quick, and you're hearing this slight hushed tone of "Mama, Mama, Mama," and then a few moments later, you hear rushed feet come towards the window, and a head that actually can look out the window. She kind of like looks around, like, who's out there? Who's out there? Who's there?
Are you the sister of Captain Talloran?
Who's asking? Did you get
I'll-
really? I don't want to tell the wrong person that.
I'll hold up my lightsaber and say, "We're here to rescue you."
Jedi! It's not true what they said. The Jedi are coming to save us.
I'm here to help. I need you to get your daughters ready and wait for us to finish here in town, and we'll work on getting you out of here.
Quick! Come around the front. Come inside. And she like scurries over to the door and opens it up. She's got this like robe that's very reminiscent to a Jedi robe, and she hushes you inside really quick.
Okay, and when I get inside, I'll be like, I can't stay long. I can't be gone for long, or they'll notice.
So what can we do to help?
Is there any way for you to get out of the back of the town and start to head up towards the fort at the top of the hill? We've secured it. The captain is up there with some Republic soldiers. Were they soldiers or were they just civilians?
They were soldiers.
Okay, so there are some Republic soldiers and the captain up there.
Are you sure it's safe? The hills up there were crawling with snipers from what we heard.
Um, in
You
that
might see
case,
some dead bodies.
Well,
in
as
that
far
case,
as we know, we've killed them all.
in that case, it is probably best that you stay here, but just have your daughters ready to go. We will finish up what we need to do in the town, and I will make sure to swing back this way when we're heading back up there so that we can bring you with us.
Okay, girls, go, get your bags, get the bags. We talked about those, and basically you get the idea. She's telling the kids to grab their bug out
I
gear and
got
get ready to
bags.
go.
Yeah.
And she just looks back at you and kind of like, puts her forehead to your forehead in a very motherly, thankful way and says, "Thank you. Is there any sign we should look for when to start heading out?"
When you hear the explosions, start running. No, I'll tell her. So we're trying to do this as peacefully and quietly as possible. So I can come by and knock on the door, and I'll give her some kind of, kind of knock, like listen for this knock, and you'll know it's safe to come out.
Okay.
In the event that you hear any combat, I would come out of the house, make your way to the north end of town, and hide in the shadows until we come by.
Oh, okay. We'll stay hidden. We'll stay low.
Perfect. May the force be with you.
And she's just like, "May the force be with you, and thank you so much."
And I will step out and back over here and be like, oh, I just had to go pee. Don't mind me.
Okay. So, meanwhile, our mechanic is going to try to do his sneaky and try to signal these guys that, "Hey, guys, I'm one of you."
Right.
So I've got your difficulty set with a free upgrade and a free blue just because everything is in your odds right now.
Boy. Well, guys, sorry, but it was fun.
Wow. May the odds apparently not be in your favor. As you kind of like try to like, "Hey, old timer, yeah, wink, wink, nudge, nudge," and obviously there must be some species missing in translation there that they did not understand what your tail flicks meant. Or
Stupid
when you kind
humans.
of held your head kind of low and forlorn, like what I'm saying is actually the opposite of what I'm saying. They kind of totally missed the point. Or they're just two slightly senile old guys, getting up to trouble. One or the other. Totally could just be a nice, honest misunderstanding. But you definitely have the idea that they do not get what you're trying to say. And to the point of you're just like, if I say it any louder, those guys over there will freaking hear.
Right.
Do I get what he's trying to say?
No, because at that moment, you're kind of still sneaking around, coming back.
Okay. All right.
So is Janag going to go ahead and try to mumble mechanic loudly of, "I need to go over there and grab some spare parts"? Because this role was just to signal the guard,
Yeah.
these guys.
Yeah, because I need to do it.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a free blue die, but that's it for freebies. You want
That helps
anything
so much
else?
the last time.
You want anything else? It's going to cost you. You're just like, "I need to get me some of them there parts over there."
Right.
All of a sudden, I sound like Colonel Sanders. So I've got your
Almost
upgrade
rolled the
in
wrong
there.
thing. All right. All right. Here we go. Ha
Wow.
Yay!
As
When
after
it mattered, you pulled it off.
as attempting to deceive in front of these guards to the old folks, you've kind of really cemented. You're just annoyed by these old people, and you're one of the good guys, and you're here to do your job, and the guards are just like thumbs up as you do walking over there, and just say, "Hey, tell Tompkins that we sent you over there to get some parts for the generator." So immediately you're just like, "You got it." Buddy Jesus fingers. And go ahead and take a point of strain as you were nervous. That was it, just a bit of the nerves, but you pulled it off like a boss. So well that you can just walk up over here, and the guy that he was referring to, you kind of see him, and you're just like, hey,
Get out of my
Tompkins,
way.
they told me to come get some parts out of here. It's cool. You can easily get over there.
I'm going to stay with him.
And so I'm
Okay.
watching Janag walk by, going
Janag
like,
walks by all casual, and conveniently his assistant catches up with him at this exact moment, pops out of the shadows. As we get screen swipe as Janag's opening up the cannon's thing and got his little data pad cord really heavy and ready and hot to go. So
Right.
back inside the building, what is Uma and Zarek doing?
No, I'm basically at the doorway, keeping an eye on Uma, make sure she doesn't get in trouble, and watching outside to see what's happening, kind of watching out the door for any unusual behavior.
The
So
only
I'm
thing
just
you're kind of seeing is the fact that there's nothing going on. Of course, it is like 3 o'clock in the morning at this point. You know,
yeah.
it's got 3-4 hours before sunshine comes up, and you see the mechanic walking over there in his grumpy lizard style with his
Yeah.
human assistant coming along, and he just like nods to one of the guys, and you see his mouth mumble something, and the guy's just like, "You got it, man, you got it," and they just
Yeah.
let him walk right by like he owns the place.
Okay.
And so it does your heart kind of good that you're seeing, Janag make friends and influence people like this.
It's
I
all
mean,
accidental.
he's practically walking down the street like Peter Parker in the third Spider-Man that we all hate.
Oh, dear. Why did you have to go there?
Because I'm evil.
All right. Cautiously optimistic, but ready to start blasting.
Okay? Kind of sitting there with your hands close to your weapon that's slung on your back. But hey, everybody's armed here, so it's cool. An armed society is a polite society. Okay, so Janag, you guys get there. Is Uma doing anything special, or is she just blending in and continuing to cause dissidence?
Yeah, basically just continuing to real subtle like spread doubt about General Norris, particularly his girlfriend.
Ooh.
I heard she beat the living crap out of one of our guys. All because he just he forgot to say ma'am.
Oh. So, give me another deception roll as you're basically causing more dissonance in your name dropping. I'm going to give you a blue because, you were just on camera. People are like, hey, what's that toy like? That's what we're
Okay,
fighting
you ready?
for, boys. Yep.
I clicked it. It's
Wait.
just going to take a while.
Wait for it.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
So,
So,
shit.
ooh,
And that's why we're keeping an eye on Uma.
So immediately you start talking to a couple guys, and immediately when you name drop that, anything ill about her, like half the group immediately sits. It's that awkward high school moment where they all scooch away from you, like we ain't got nothing to do with her. And immediately the guy opposite of you that was eating his chow kind of stands up in a very intimidating way, and he just looks at you and says, "You need to watch where you put in your laku. Because, for a fact, she saved my life. I was going to get shot. And if it wasn't for her," and he kind of like looks around for a second, "and her lightsaber, I would have been a dead man. But she saved me, deflected that blaster bolt away and everything. So before
You're telling me she's a Jedi.
Well, she's got a lightsaber and she knows how to ricochet late blaster bolts. So I ain't saying she's a Wookiee." And he gets real up in your grill with his finger, like almost ready to poke your nose with his finger because he's like hulking over you.
At that point, I'm moving up behind her.
Okay. I'm only telling you what I heard, and I heard it from multiple sources that she's not as nice as she seems.
And you guys are starting
Or
to
at least-
draw a little bit of a crowd when you're having this back and forth. As he's not backing down on the idea of you basically talking crap about someone he fully, you feel he appreciates and respects her. Now, quick question. As Zarek's coming up to back up Uma, are you looking intimidating / using your fear thing?
Well, no, that's only once I engage him. So, but if we actually engage, this is when when that comes into play. But no, I am coming up menacing and ready to use coercion if need be.
Okay, so
If
Uma,
if he doesn't back down.
You kind of sense Zarek's approach because the crowd kind of disappears, on this guy's side of the crowd as opposed to the side with Gank, because that's kind of terrifying. So what are you gonna do? Is he's not backing down the point of she is the best thing since sliced bread with a lightsaber, because then it's toast.
Don't want to say Sith. Yeah, well, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm thinking something else. And I'm entitled to my opinion.
No, good angle. I like that. And he kind of just snorts, and you notice he kind of looks a foot and a half above your head, which is where Zarek's head is behind you. And he just takes a casual, slow step back to his seat where he plops back down and continues eating, and just giving Uma the stink eye.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Long and thoughtful.
And I'll whisper in her ear. They've made their way to the cannon.
It's like perhaps we should head towards the door, nonchalantly.
Just walk casual.
Yeah. And back and hang outside the door.
When we're kind of hanging out at the door, do we see a way to shut the door, like a blast door?
Go ahead and one or a combined effort of skullduggery between the two of you.
Skullduggery.
I've only got 2 green on skullduggery.
I've got 2 green and 1 yellow.
Yep, better than mine.
Okay.
I can assist, but that's it.
Okay,
let's do it.
Okay, give me a skullduggery roll.
Okay.
So thanks to your thieviness, because hey, you go back to basic instincts, right?
I object to that. I am a smuggler. I am not a thief.
Well, sometimes being a good smuggler, the whole idea is to know how to make an exit.
I could get a steal on a negotiation, though.
Is to make sure that you can get yourself out of a situation and not be pursued. You do notice on the door there is a rarely used security feature that you can flick this, and when the doors lock, they lock for emergencies. And it would require somebody who has the access code or is a really good slicer to come out there and whip open the panel and start slicing it, as opposed to anyone being able to just run after you if you guys hit the button.
Okay.
It's this barely noticeable caution tape marked little button that for a fact that you could go there and just go click and run through the doors, and it would be a great prank to lock the doors behind you.
Okay. I am going to, because we have the comms, right? Or we have the private comms with us, right?
Yeah. I think almost
Yeah.
every one of you has a personal comm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna comlink with Janong and let him know, hey, this is what I found on the door.
Unfortunately, the moment you do, you get a sudden and painful reminder that the comm goes because the jammer that was put on.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
But hey, it's great in character that your character doesn't worry about that crap. So you're just like, turn on the comm. Oh shit, I forgot.
Yeah.
As you kind of give the comm a dirty look of like, guys, it would be helpful if we had comms.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. We can start making our way over to
Okay.
Janong. And
So you guys gonna kind of like casually go over there and just do the whole, hey, what's up? I mean, you did come in with Jannog after all, so.
Right.
And so
I
Jannog,
would
you've
hit the
got.
button on the way out. Just saying, I would hit the button.
So Jannog, you're there at the gun. I do recall last time I basically gave you a free upgrade for the system because you hacked it like a mofo.
Right.
That you own the operating system to these turrets. Somewhere along the lines, you found the Windows 7 hack that works for this operating system, and you are exploiting it up the wazoo.
Exactly.
So, what are you going to do while you're at the turret?
Okay. So I don't exactly remember how I programmed the last one, but I want to program it. But like, I'm sure there's like a thing that I know that the gun doesn't need, and just like take that. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you just pull out this extra redundant part.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to like reprogram it to whatever I programmed the first one to. Unfortunately, I didn't write that down.
OMG.
I know, I'm such a lazy
Completely
gamer.
unacceptable.
I know. So you let me know when you're ready for me to throw my dice.
Okay, well, what are you needing a dice roll for? I'm giving it to you that you would know the redundant part to pull out.
Well, I have to reprogram the gun.
Oh, okay. So you're basically doing the whole. So here's your free upgrade because you know the operating system. And what exactly are you setting the program up to do so that it'll shut off at a timed event, or are you getting super complicated?
I don't remember getting super complicated with the last one. It was something like this. I do a code and it it doesn't fire.
I was going to
And,
say you
like-
shut the other one completely down, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I also put in a
Right.
code so like when I tell it to activate, like it will go back to like shooting the separatists, not the Republic.
Okay.
Maybe program it so that it near misses the Republic right now, like it's somehow off aim or something.
Do you
So it
have
still
any,
looks like it's firing, but it's missing.
Do you have any way that you could leave it, capable for now, but you'd be able to flip a switch remotely that would either shut it down or switch it back to Republic control?
If
or
comms were up, yes, but with
Is
comms
there-
not being up,
is there a way to make it look like it's firing, but there's no power behind it? So it's like it's full of the sound, but none of the fury.
I doubt it.
So like the light.
I
don't-
understand what you're
work.
saying, but the light is the
Is the
Yeah.
yeah? That's why I'm like
ignition.
another
Yeah.
one work because
Like-
is the
Yeah, but if you programmed it to miss,
Yeah,
Right.
you
near
could have it
misses,
have a 5-degree offset for the target acquisition. It's shooting 5 degrees off each time.
Hey guys,
Now
I'll be
it's
right
gonna hit
back.
more
Maybe
often.
5-minute break.
All right. Do we want to take a quick break?
sure.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
Let's take a quick break so that way our Jedi's not having to rush back.
All right.
Because when you have to get a refill of beverage, you have to get a refill of beverage, which I do right now. So does the bird. Alrighty, I heard somebody go bibbity bip.
I'm back.
I'm back too.
Well, I don't know if you're have played or into the Game of Thrones board game, but it's available on Steam for 20% off, just released today. So it's like $15.
That's cool.
And I'm back.
And it's
Welcome
not doesn't have the expansions, of course, yet, but it's the core game. I'm sure they'll release the expansions with DLC.
Mhm. Yeah,
What game is
once
this?
The Game of Thrones, the board game, just
Ah.
released today. It's like 20% off right now, so you can play the board game online through Steam.
Nice.
Great board game.
Starting next week, when I'm not role playing with friends, my soul will belong to my new Oculus Quest 2.
Ah. See, Kelly and I have been working on getting mounts in World of Warcraft. After all, she achieved her mage mount now, which was a
Nice.
huge success. And it's cool looking.
Excellent.
Are you back, sweetie? Are you muted? I know you're physically back in the room, so. As I double check my own microphone to make sure I'm not muted.
No, you're good.
It's good to double check.
There she comes.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
And we go from there.
We totally weren't talking crap about you while you weren't listening.
What were you guys saying?
That you got your Wizard Mountain WoW.
I did. I got the mage. I have 10 of the 12 class mounts.
WoW
Jesus.
junkie.
And the only reason why I don't have the other two is because I never really played them. I mean, it's warrior and rogue, and those are not my. I've always never had like one above. I don't know, 40 something.
Yeah. Warrior definitely is pretty boring. Rogue's not bad. I like Rogue. That was nice.
Jim introduced me to the outlaw rogue, and I'm really beginning to like, trying it.
It's
'Cause
my
they're more
favorite
like a-
class.
Yeah. They're more like a pirate rogue kind of thing, because you get a gun. It's awesome.
There's nothing more fun than all of a
Shoot
sudden
things.
you pull out your pistol and shoot some guy from 5 feet away.
Mhm.
And the fact that they've got a range slow, so you just shoot and walk back.
Right. All right. Janog's back.
So there we were.
So there you were. Jannog is elbows deep in the machine. He's just like getting his programming going on. He's all ready to do the big, scary, very intimidating slicing roll.
Badoop.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Wow. And here I was waiting for Jannog to like hit a light side point or something. So, needless to say, you like insert your data pad into it and you just like 3-finger strum your data pad and the program was already running in the background and you're just like So how would you like to spend all of that awesome successness with 4 advantages, a triumph, and 5 successes? That's like a full boat right there. I mean,
You're right.
there's nothing you can't
Well, but with
do.
a kicker.
I mean, what are the odds? Is everyone's like, you know what? We came out. We decided to go home.
We'll finish up here. We just head back up to the base and be like, yep, well, we should probably get back before the commander gets pissed off at us. Damn Wookie.
Man.
You know what? I will give you that there was from this location for that triumph and one of those advantages, just because I'm looking for a way to eat those up, that you are able to put this gun and the other gun out of commission. Basically, your little virus program will affect the other one that you thought you couldn't affect. But lo and behold, maybe the Separatists tried to put some hard wires down so they could affect multiple guns together at the same time.
There we go. Yeah.
Because that's too good of a roll for me not to give you like some big damn hero stuff.
Right? Like, I don't ever have to roll anything ever again. I just automatically succeed.
Ta-da!
There's a psychosis about that.
Right?
Right. Well, I mean, I could take back a strain. I think I used a strain.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm down 1 strain. I can get that. I'll take a strain back. I don't know what to do with all that.
So I'm
But yeah,
assuming.
I'll use that.
So for your sabotage, is it instantaneous or has it got a time delay on it?
I was gonna go like a 3-minute time delay because I would like to get back up to this area. So bad guys are only coming from one direction.
So give it
Okay.
more like a 10-minute delay.
Right. They could just walk out of town, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
10,
Right.
15 minutes. And maybe you're so good, you also, hey, we saw the button, you could shut the door too.
Yeah,
It's
well, you
like-
guys would have to shut the door on your way out.
Maybe throw Uma a blue die in case she has to do some kind of roll to shut the door and get out before it closes.
Well, I was
Yeah,
gonna
there
say,
you go. I mean,
I thought you said it takes slicing, right?
For the hitting of the button, that's just a manual button that you
Oh,
use
it
for
is?
skullduggery to spot.
yeah, it's
Inside
slicing
or
to
outside?
open.
Yeah, it would take a slicer to unlock the door once that button hit and the door's closed.
Is that
So
inside or
then
outside?
would it be athletics?
It would be inside.
Okay.
So it would just be if you want to do it sneaky, you could use your skullduggery to hit it. Or if you want to be just super quick, you could do athletics or coordination to hit it and then dive through the doors as they close.
Okay, because athletics is definitely not.
I mean, you'd hate to hit it and be locked on the inside. That would be a little embarrassing.
Yeah. Excuse
Just a
me.
little.
Well, I did bump up my coordination. So my coordination is now 1 yellow and 3 greens. So I could do coordination.
Okay.
Better than my skullduggery.
So you're gonna, you see them finishing up their work and they're closing the hatch, and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna go in and you give Zarek the nod that you're gonna go in there and lock the door and try to pop out.
Nonchalantly.
Okay, so you kind of inch your way back in there, kind of nonchalantly doing the whole, hey, changed my mind. Maybe I want to go sit down for a few minutes.
Yeah, but this time I put my, I have my head wrapped.
Okay, so you bundle up your leku for the cold.
Yeah, well, so it's less obvious as to,
Okay, so go ahead
doing
and
it.
give me a roll as you pop your head in, slam the button, and try to get back out the doors as they close.
Damn, who you flipped the dark side
I
before
totally
I could.
flipped the dark side while talking. It was all a smoke screen. Listen to
Yeah.
my words and don't watch what the screen is showing.
Great.
He used his deception.
Misdirection.
All right. Well, we're
So
gonna.
Jim, you got that extra blue in there from Janong, right?
Oh yeah, because Janog's nice and distracted. Let's not forget there should be a blue in there to help her out. Because
Right.
the guards are kind of not watching either. They're just like, what's going on over there?
That door
So,
had to close. Stupid.
Yeah,
Well-
but okay. So are we ready?
We're ready. Are you ready?
And then I'm gonna be trying. Then I'm just gonna try and as soon as it's starting to go down, I'm gonna make my way towards the rest of them behind as much cover as possible.
If you can make out the door.
Yep. Okay, you ready,
Yep.
guys?
I'm ready. Are you
All right.
ready?
I'm ready.
No.
I'm outside, so waiting on you.
The
All
hero
right.
of the Separatists' march.
All right. If I die, gets the ship.
Oh.
Here we go. Yeah.
And you got instantaneous response too. Even the internet's on your side. So you hit the button and immediately you do this coordination of almost dancer's smoothness as you hit the button and like a little buzz sound goes off that would normally alert security. Not that there's anyone in the security booth anymore. And you zip through and the doors shut and like the security panel shuts right on top of it. So you know for a fact that the door, and there's this like pulsating light that's the typical all security light that's kind of flashing, kind of weak. So you know for a fact you have sealed that door. It's going to take somebody some time to get that open.
You want to move yourself out to represent you're out of there?
Sorry. I'm looking at my sheet instead of the. Okay, so
She's
I
planning
am
her next
head to this way.
move.
Should I roll stealth to be unobserved, making my way to the rest of the crew?
Well, you're walking in plain sight across the street, so
Yeah, we're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just don't worry about that.
don't have to be
It's just-
stealthy,
yeah.
otherwise you
Seem
look
casual.
suspicious.
as she's
Yeah.
doing that
Play casual as we start heading towards M5, you know,
Well,
here, there's somewhere hidden around here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
I'm
there's
gonna
plenty of
stealth
place to
back
go.
into the I'm gonna stealth back into the neighborhood and pull them out, from this side. So basically, you guys can meet me up in like this square, and we'll hopefully hush hush pull them out that way. It's dark over here now, right? Because they turned off the lights.
Yep.
All right, so yeah,
Too bad there's not a vehicle we could hijack.
Actually,
Yeah, there you
Well,
go. Let's
there
let's
are.
steal something on the way out.
Remember, all
Yeah.
those red circles on the map are vehicles. They're just parked all about.
all right. So give me a couple, like a minute or two to get ahead of you guys. Get these guys out. We'll meet you up, up here, and you
Okay.
guys can swing by with the truck. We'll jump in the back, and then we'll drive up to the base.
I don't think we're gonna just they're gonna let us just drive off with the vehicle, but
You try.
we're
I mean,
talking.
You've got someone that's a smooth talker.
We can non-confusion guard, and we walk out of town.
All right, so then we say, okay, we got to take the truck up to bring this to the Wookiee.
ho ho ho! She's name dropping the Wookiee.
Before he
Okay.
rips another
Yeah,
guy's
but
head
she's
off.
name dropping the Wookiee, not the Wookiee's name.
The sergeant.
The Wookiee.
I think most of these folks, you just need to say the Wookiee, and they're like, oh, never mind. Do whatever the hell you're doing. I don't want to get involved. Not my job today.
Unless you guys want to deliver it to him, I'd rather not get my head ripped off, or arm, or leku, or any other body part. Talking to the guys about basically stalling and providing, hopefully we get the truck.
Okay,
But
so
if we
give
get the
me-
truck, where are we going? Because there's no way back up to the fort.
Well, if we go
island.
up to the fort, then we can. I don't know. There's got to be a.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go.
If you're feeling, if
we have to go the other
all of
direction.
these people.
Yeah, but if you're feeling like you can do some good, smooth talking, we can go with my plan of coming back down with the truck, with me and the captain particularly in the back, and the other people dressed up as some of the soldiers. And we have a couple people dressed up as soldiers, and basically go with my whole idea of, yep, you guys uncovered me as a spy, and so Queen Sith bitch said, bring me and the captain to her at whatever the name of that other town is. It's in my
How
notes.
did we get a hold of Queen Sith bitch?
You have a communicator that could reach to her and wasn't interrupted by the jamming.
Yeah, but even to get there, that would require driving back through the fort that they don't own.
Yeah.
The only way back to safety is down south and through back to the fort that we left from.
Yeah, but
What
that's
kind of terrain is all of this?
we go.
It's high mountain.
Yep, it's all super rocky coastal rock mountains.
So yeah, but we can drive the truck up this way, right?
Yeah,
Right,
that's
but
the
that,
island. That's where the captain is right now.
Okay, so here's what you can do with the civilians.
We got to go get the captain. We got to get the captain back through the outpost. So that's what I'm saying is we go pick up the captain. We out me as a spy when we come back down this way, and that's how they let us through the town.
did we not send the captain back on the two?
No, he's up. He's in the north.
He's with the soldiers still up there. Yeah. We did
Yeah,
not
he's
go
still
back.
up at the top.
He's still holding
He's
the
up there.
positions. I mean, the truck will be useful in getting civilians up there really fast. I mean, and you can always use the truck as a barricade.
Yeah, then we're stuck on the island.
Right,
We're
but
always stuck.
yeah,
on
you're
that.
missing the second part of my is we drive back
It's
down.
because we don't think it will work.
You're good enough to fast talk these guys.
We can kill them all. It's fine.
We're always
Let's
talking
do that.
about what a smooth talker you are and how you can you can handle any negotiation. But if you don't think you're up for it, all right, you come up with a better plan.
Careful, Uma. The Jedi's using a mind trick on you.
So this gate is closed,
Where?
right? This door.
Yep, you went through and the door is closed. So are you going to try
And we
bluffing
still have some.
guards into I need to take this vehicle? I like the Wookiee
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I'm like, if we don't get this delivered to like this stuff to the Wookiee, I mean, unless you, and I'm going to literally offer these guys to, or you could do it. I'd rather not risk a limb or a head or a two.
Okay, give me a deception roll. I'm giving you a blue and an upgrade because you've mentioned the Wookiee extenuously in violent ways.
Yeah, and like,
She's doing that while Janong's fixing the generator, so.
So is Janog actually fixing the generator?
No, he is going to give one of the old crusty bastards the piece and be like, you know what to do with this. Wink, wink, nudge, rub your top of your head.
If you light side point, I'll say they do get it. So for the low price of a light side point, they realize when you come back, when you hand them the part in the rough and grumble mechanic-y way, you do so well, they all of a sudden look at each other and go, oh. As all of a sudden they look at the part, and I'm assuming some kind of capacitor that can be set to explode if you shove it in the generator backwards.
Exactly.
As they look at you and go, right away, sir, for the separatist cause.
Yeah.
For the Horde.
All right, Uma.
Let's go, Uma.
hold on. So what am I rolling?
Deception, so they have no problem with you stealing that big old truck.
I rolled the deception already.
Oh, you did? What was your roll?
Oh.
You'd already set the.
Yeah, you
Okay,
were
no,
sneaky.
then.
We were talking and you just like rolled away. Look at that.
She used her deception
Yeah.
for reals.
She
I don't know. That was a
smokescreened us
Jedi mind
that
trick,
time.
I think.
So they kind of look at you and they're just like, hey, ain't my truck, ain't my job, ain't my Wookiee to please. Yeah, I don't want to have to make that Wookiee happy. That's a bad idea.
So what are the vehicles to choose
So
from?
it's basically the I'm assuming you're going for the truck, the hover truck.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a nice size hover truck. It's very reminiscent to the one that you guys picked up earlier, where you could easily put you guys plus 5 or 6 extra people back there without feeling crowded. As I
Okay.
think we're all going for snacks at the exact moment.
Alrighty then.
Ooh, I just came up with, I mean, we're still going to go with this going up to the base. I came up with a better second half of this plan.
We just
Let's
haul
go ahead
ass.
to the base
We
first,
just
and we'll go
we
into it.
just all haul ass through town.
I'm trying to do it with us taking the least number of shots possible because I don't want one of our civilians getting hit by a stray fire. No collateral damage, please.
Or a truck.
Or run over by a truck.
I don't stop for rioters.
It's all fun and games
Right.
until they roll a triumph.
Right.
Fucking axle brakes on a hover truck.
Janog, I thought you looked this thing over.
Well, I don't know, man.
All right, we pop in. We'll drive out slow. Once we get into the dark, we can slow down a little bit more for a second.
Yeah, and I will have, meanwhile, gone to the door, done my little secret knock, and moved them up to the northwest corner of town with instructions that there's going to be a truck coming short. As soon as it stops, I want you to very quickly move and get into the back of it. I will come in right behind you to try to obscure any view of you, and I'll be using my my help kind of stealth them into it.
Okay, give me a stealth roll really quick, just in case. And I'm going to give you a free upgrade and a blue because you know the lay of the land, and they're completely cooperating and helping you, saying, there's a shortcut this way.
All right, are you ready for me?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
That's one stealthy Jedi. He's not even a shadow.
As pretty much there's just the great escape of the hover truck slows down for half a second, and immediately you all lift up the tarp and kind of pile in really quick like you're escaping West Berlin. Or would that be East Berlin? Depending on which faction you're working for. You all pile up in the truck, and I'm assuming Uma is driving, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
they're driving
'Cause
with
I'm a
me.
pilot.
Okay, so you guys are driving the truck back to the little fort up there on the island.
Yep.
Just drive casual. Just drive
Mhm.
casual. As you're casually driving up there, and what do you guys do?
I'm thinking
No,
we're all.
nobody has questioned you guys whatsoever. I mean, they're just like, hey, yeah, cool, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. We drive
So
on up.
here's what I'm thinking. We pick up the captain, we pick up the civilians up there. They probably have some crates and stuff in the warehouse up here. We empty out the crates, we load people into the truck in crates. We wait a while, we come back down and basically huff and puff about how that stupid Wookiee is now telling us to take these supplies over to what's his face over at blah blah blah.
The other, yeah. And it's like, oh no, we have to cross a friggin' battlefield.
No, we have to go through a fort. So that really, I don't. If you look at the
No,
full
but I mean,
map,
but
don't
no,
think
what
that's
I
gonna
mean
fly.
is, yeah, what I mean is that we may have to go through the fort saying, yeah, well, now the Wookiee wants us to deliver this to her over at the other village. I
Right.
gotta cross a whole goddamn battlefield just to make these guys happy. What are they
So-
trying to do? Get me killed?
Is this other spot? Is that just?
Kind of take that would avoid the fort? Because remember where you guys had that big old battle droid that you had to deal with earlier? That was at the little
Mhm.
crossroads that you guys can kind of take that cuts just shy of the fort.
Oh, that would be nice. Let's do that.
But I'm
I think Jim,
circumvent
we're
the
looking
fort.
at is getting through this town here. Is there a gate at number 2 down at the bottom, or what is that?
at number 2, there is in fact you do recall at this point looking, and you're like, wait a minute, wasn't there a gate that they had to open and close manually? So there is a sentry on the outside, and there's basically a control panel that one of the guards would usually walk over and hit the button to open the gate.
Okay, so we go like we're gonna park it down here and then do what we
Yeah.
got to do.
If Uma is convincing enough, they'll open the gate for us.
That's
If not, I can always hop out of the truck stealthy like and go hit the button myself really quick. And you guys can just drive on through, and I'll jump back into the truck.
Okay, we'll deal with that
knew?
when we get there, I guess.
Yep.
Our Jedi is a ninja.
Best laid plans of mice and men.
Okay, so you guys pack the vehicle with some boxes and stuff. You get everybody mobilized. It's like an hour before dawn. There's a blue glow on the horizon. It looks beautiful. There's the sense of liberation in the air. Thankfully, there was some kind of malfunction here, but they got the door sliced back open. It was really insane what happened. Somebody must have tripped an old security measure. Probably one of the guards just not paying attention must have hit the button. So
yeah, that's it.
you guys are totally pulling into town with your vehicle packed with supplies. And the first guards that you guys see are these guys. They kind of like look at you and nod and kind of wave you by.
Hmm.
So that way you're moving further into town. Do you guys keep driving?
Yep.
Drive casual. Okay, so when you guys start driving through town, these guys kind of like step down towards the gate.
Yeah, that sounds okay so far.
Okay, so you guys are just driving casual. Who's in the passenger seat?
I am not in the passenger seat. I would probably say Zarek should be in the passenger seat.
Okay. Unless Janong wants to be. I mean,
Yeah, I
she
really
could.
don't care.
I just figured
Nobody's calling shotgun.
I would totally call shotgun, but if I need to stealth to jump out of the truck and go hit the button, it's going to be kind of weird if, hey, where'd the guy sitting in the passenger seat go?
Yeah.
And this way you can stealthily roll out of the back if need be.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So you pull up there, and the guy waves you to, like, hey, what's going on?
Oh, Sergeant, I can't remember his name. I didn't write it down. I only wrote it down as the Wookiee. Sergeant
Wookiee.
Furface up there has us graciously volunteered for a suicide mission. We have to take supplies to what's her name? The village on the other side. So we get the fun job of crossing a friggin' war zone to deliver these necessary supplies.
As I'll pop it over so you can see the village.
I was actually remembering it correctly. I should have spoken up because I thought it was Ordham Village.
But go ahead.
And he just kind of like looks at you like, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I need more coffee. That's the general consensus. As all of a sudden my dry mouth cannot talk. So go ahead and give me a roll for deception.
Wanna do a point? Is this our last light side point?
That's your last light side point. If you weren't going to use
Do
it,
it.
I was gonna.
I'm gonna say,
But
do what you got to do.
You did say it first, so I'll let you click it if you want to click it. If you don't want to click it, I'll gladly click it.
No, I'm gonna use the last to hopefully it's okay.
Okay, so I will give you an upgrade. Okay,
right.
so this guy looks really groggy, that's and he's just like, hey, it's cold. There's that offshore breeze that just cuts through you. I don't want to be out here. I would rather
Now,
been
since they've already sent us in town and stuff,
that's why you're getting
already. Okay, great.
You're part of the scenery.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
It's all gonna be great, or it's all gonna go to hell with one roll.
Yep.
Right, exactly. That's why I'm like, use that.
I'm hoping also because they're all tired and
Oh, wait a minute. Just a second. I think it only gives her an advantage, but
hey, that's
an advantage. So yeah, we got some there. So Loom, when an ally engages with a character, makes a successful charm, deception, or negotiation check. The character adds an advantage per rank of coercion. The ally to the ally's check. So actually, ranks in coercion. I think I only have what do I got? 2 coercion, I think.
So 2 more blues?
No. It's if you
succeed, he adds more advantages to you.
Yeah, so 2 advantage if you succeed.
So literally, like Smokey and the Bandit, he looks over like Smokey, just nods.
Hold on. Let me get to the page. Wait, I should probably do it this way.
As our Jedi is stacking the deck.
Right? I'm trying. AI comes in as a character may attempt to guide, shape, and even twist the thoughts and feelings of others. When guiding and shaping these thoughts may be used to generate negative emotions such as rage. May be used to generate positive emotions. All right, we'll let you do your roll first, and depending on how that goes, I I'll use, if it goes poorly, I'll use my force influence afterwards.
Okay. They're groggy, so hopefully, Yeah. All right, here goes. 2 successes.
Good enough. Good enough.
As our Jedi was like closing her eyes and focusing in the back of the truck.
Right.
2 successes and 2 advantage.
And so is there anything special you would like to use for the advantages? As you're getting the idea that these guys are about to wave you through and hit the buzzer button.
I don't
Cover
know. What do you
strain
guys?
if you need to.
I think I'm
Yeah.
actually pretty good on strain, but let me double check.
I don't know. You're still back in the back. Looks like you're down.
Oh yeah, I can get 2 strain
Yeah,
back.
still
There you
in
go.
Okay. So you totally
Okay.
take a deep breather, and the guy gives you his half full cup of stim, calf stim.
It's like,
As he's
it
just
looks like you need this more than me.
yeah, you know, you're gonna be on the road. Just be safe, and remember, it's gals like you that we're fighting for.
Aww.
A twilight worth fighting for.
Somewhere.
And as we drive off, she's all, "Oh, and may the force be with you."
Power to the people.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys basically you hear the buzzer, the gate opens up. You know, a bunch of nervous people in the very back of the truck are sitting there very, very, very nervous as you guys are basically pulling through the gate. Now, are you going to head to the fort or are you going to head to the side route that takes you back to the landing pad?
I think we need to get the captain back to the fort. They said that
Yeah.
if they got me back there, they would personally see to it that I got fully healed up from my little disaster. They have guards there. It's secure. That's a great place for us to leave the civilians that we've freed.
And
Well,
the
we have to go
commander.
through it
Well,
basically
and
to
also
get
the
there.
colonel
Yeah.
agreed to give us 4,000 credits
Yep.
for this. And trust me.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
that
were
works the best.
You were supposed to get his ID badge. You brought him and the badge back instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically have
So-
to go through the fort to get to the rest of the island. So
Exactly.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, no point to skirt around it.
yeah, we're driving all the way up here to the gate.
Okay. Well, the gate is actually right up here. Where the word fort is where the gate is.
Oh, that's not a lower gate.
Nope.
It's-
Unfortunately,
oh, okay.
that would totally be nice if that was a side way to sneak by, but it is not.
Okay.
So
Yeah, so we're going in and to the
around
fort.
once we're around this corner, though, we should stop and take off our separatist uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Switch back into normal.
I've already started getting naked, man. What are you talking about? Like, I'm not driving. I don't need to stop.
Right, that's true, but the driver does too. So
Hubba,
Like, once I'm
hubba.
out of eyesight of those guys, I'm like, get this shit off.
He
Yep.
sheds it like a lizard shedding his skin.
Don't want to see.
Yeah, you do.
And as you guys head back, there's this obvious explosion in the generator from that little capacitor that got put in there. So they try to turn the generator on, and it blows the
Oh.
generator completely out. And for some reason, that cannon's been shooting, but no one's actually getting hit up in the sky.
Dun dun dun.
Nice.
Okay,
Yay.
so you guys get back to the fort. So I do recall someone was critically injured.
I think
Yeah.
so.
that had a crit. Yep.
So immediately when you get back to the fort, the auto dock, it's the beautiful, you know, that round cylindrical Medroid that's got the like 8 different arms around it like an octopus.
Yep.
Immediately you get like pulled in front of it and like on the street corner, it's working on you right there out in the open. You're just like, this isn't very sanitary, but okay. But that's pretty much where triage has been set up. So it gives you the full go over, has you sit down on the cot, gives you the full scan, and it will remove your crit and get you healed back up because
Yay.
it's got that handy dandy back to sprayer that it sprays and heals you up.
Nice.
So
Had to check. I thought I had one too, but I don't. Yay.
okay, so basically you guys will all get topped off because the Medroid has a nice rotation with you guys, and you now have official HMO cards. So you're all taken
Yay.
care of. You all even get your flu shot
Yeah.
because hey, it's a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
So of course, payment is provided to you, especially when the commander is now back in charge of his fort. So he immediately will give you a data spike. Basically, it's a pin that you can stick in there that's basically got 4,000 credits on it.
Okay.
It's very easily carried in the pocket if a smuggler would like to put it in one of her many pockets on her coat.
Yep.
Fine.
It sounds like our engineer was going to want to trade that in for something.
Yeah.
No, not yet. That's just, maybe.
He's going to
Ship
Star Wars
upgrade.
Amazon a delivery to be dropped off at this location as a landing pod lands and opens up with your purchase. I have Amazon Prime.
ODST, what?
So you guys are getting all patched up pretty much, spending the rest of the day recovering. And, all of a sudden you guys get this sneaking suspicion like, did we forget something? Nah, it's fine. It's fine.
We didn't forget anything. I was going to say we got to limit our time here because we got to make our way to Ordom Village and
Yeah.
catch up with that Sith before too long passes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys basically spend the time recuperating, just because you're exhausted. You've been going for 24 hours straight.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, of course, they conveniently point to you if we have really nice bunks that you can bunk at, or you can go to the empty hotel down the street and pay for a room.
Well, we can bunk here for the
I'm fine with the bunk.
The Jedi's like, this is 3 times more luxurious than my temple cell.
Ah,
And it's cheaper.
free is good.
Okay, so you basically take your gear, stow what you can. Your big battle mech is still sitting there in the parking lot, guarding your truck.
Where was it we had to bring the sister and the kids back to?
Basically, you're here. As soon as they
Yeah.
get back to the
They
fort,
had to come back to the fort as well? Okay, all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was here or if it was that little, was it, when we stopped at that one cantina. That was here at the
Varus,
fort.
yeah.
It was at the fort,
That
yeah.
was at the fort. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep, okay, perfect.
Yeah, we got them out. The hell with the rest of the civilians there, but hey.
You got the one guy's family who worried about his family
Hey.
the most.
Well,
We
and the
didn't go
civilians
killing
in the
them.
thing.
Right, we didn't kill
We
anybody.
didn't shoot them up.
We're helping the Republic take back the island. When they have a larger force, they'll be able to go and take control of that town a lot easier than the 4 of us can.
Totally.
Sure.
We killed some Trandoshans, the Wookiee, and then we didn't even kill those other human guards. We just stunned 2 of them.
Yep.
So,
No, that's good.
by all accounts, we're actually doing quite well.
Yeah.
We're relatively peaceful.
Yeah, as long as the other civilians don't get mangled between now and whenever that all occurs.
It's
We're
funny
not
because
robots.
I think throughout this whole thing, I have had the most hostile intent.
No, some of
I'm
these
gonna
guys
hide
have
behind
really
the
pissed
turret,
me off.
Try to cut the arm of the Wookiee off. I'm gonna drop the rock out from under that guy so he falls off the cliff to his death. That one guy that jumped behind the bunker that tried to kill me, I'm gonna cut his head off.
Because this was what one does. Okay,
Hey,
so
you were fighting evil. I'm just saying.
That's true. They were all influenced by the Sith. I have to purge them.
So in that case, it's probably a really good time to wrap it up and say that you guys got 15 experience points since you were so big damn heroes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't even get to fire a shot. How
I
about
mean, without a shadow of a doubt, you guys safely, serenely, calmly, generating almost no conflict whatsoever, talked your way through shit in
Yeah.
a great way.
Yeah. The Jedi didn't decapitate nobody. That's good.
right?
Okay, so we will say that's a good place to wrap it up there for the night, and you guys will be planning your assault, I take it, on the other village, on Ordom Village.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and of course the commander is glad to be back in command. He's quite happy that his second in command did an okay job and didn't burn the place down. Though 4,000 credits for my data
I do mention that his second in command, the colonel or whatever, was really douchey to me. Because the captain likes me.
He's like,
You know,
hey,
just real subtle,
like totally turns a corner in front of the guy and goes, "This guy's a real douche. He was really douchey."
This is the guy that was really snarky and mean to me.
Yeah, he said he really just wanted your data pad. I think he was looking for a promotion if you didn't make it back.
Yeah.
As you know, he basically gives you guys a half full bottle of some really good booze that he had in his bunk, because he's like, I owe you this, I owe you more, but this is all I can pay you right now. I have to go get my base under control.
Yeah, no problem.
As he's just like, you get some well-deserved sleep, and we'll talk before you guys head out in the morning.
Cool.
This is where you get bunk time and fall into a small coma, because you're like, we've been out doing how much?
Hey, we freed what? We freed a base. We one of the places. We disabled basically 2 of those guns. We rescued a bunch of people, and we made it back. Yeah, we're tired.
And don't forget, the most exhausting part was taking those submersibles and sinking half of them.
Yeah. Right? That was a pain.
So don't forget to
hard at
mark
that.
that you guys got 15 XP,
Oh yeah.
and your, what was it? Was it 4,000 credits?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That the captain has.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can totally attempt to purchase stuff here. I will warn you that weapons and armor are ridiculously overpriced because, well, there's a war going on.
Mm-hmm.
It almost makes it a gun runner's market right now.
Well, the beauty is we got a lot of extra clips or whatever from
Reloads.
the scientists. They just give them to us in
Right?
stim
They gave us
packs.
stims, they gave us all kinds of goodies, and then they just let us take a truck and
And
leave.
they fed us.
Of course, then the funny part will be when that video gets out.
Right?
Yeah,
But
you might drop that message so they're aware that we were kind of caught off guard there or something.
You kind of joined the
Just
cause
let
for a
them know.
while.
It's like,
Hey,
hey,
we were deep undercover.
I mean, I can slice that out.
You're
Not that hard.
just
Yay,
like,
get
I
off the
need to
holiday.
get a hold of that guy. And if I get a hold of that guy, I can edit that. We can edit that out. That's easy.
I'm going to be a Holonet star. No.
Yeah. If you want to be a famous smuggler, sure.
Yeah, no.
You'll become a famous Twi'lek influencer.
Right?
She's let into all the hut bars.
Yeah. I see your
Sweet.
reputation precedes you. Oh, okay, guys.
All right, so
All right,
that's
okay.
going to be a good place to call it there and say, Kelly, get your butt to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, before she passes out in the chair.
Yep. All right, good night, guys.
All right.
All
thank
right.
you.
All right, good night.